here is Taffy Jaffe, who, for this particular incarnation of Taffy Jaffedom, is the naughty grandma. Taffy Jaffe, everybody.
The best day of my life was when my daughter Cleo told me she was pregnant. The worst day of my life was when my daughter Cleo invited me to be her birthing partner in the labor room. I mean, I can't even stand the sight of a raw hamburger. And I'm so sensitive that I can't really even watch on TV Donald Trump fire anyone. And now I was being asked to pull a placenta. So she gave me this huge, heavy, giant book, and it was called The Responsibilities of the Birthing Partner. She said, "Ma, I think you could read this over the weekend." Believe me, the speed reader Evelyn Woods could not read this over the weekend. So she came back a few days later, and sure enough, it was just exactly in the place that she had left it. "Ma, I could see you're not going to read this book, so I will have to read it to you." The responsibilities of the birthing partner begin with standing on your feet for many, 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 many hours. I mean, I don't even do well in the standing room for la cage aux folles. And then the next responsibility is you must build your strength up, because there will be times you will have to help lift the patient. I couldn't lift the goddamn book, no less the patient. And make sure that you realize that everything that you do will be wrong. The patient will ask you, "Please give me a massage," and then start yelling at you for touching them. And remember, when the tensions get high, that is not a time to make any jokes. That thrilled me. I guess she could tell something from my expression, because the next thing I knew, she called me and told me, "Ma, I've hired a doula." I said, "A what?" D-O-U-L-A. A doula is someone who will be with us during the birthing process. "Great," I said. And the doula wants to know what you see as your responsibilities in the labor room. So I wrote her an email. "Dear doula, I am very willing to be a birthing partner, but I am just worried whether a dead faint would be a distraction. Signed, Grandma in Waiting." Apparently she called my daughter Cleo the next day and said, "I don't think it's a good idea for your mother to be in the labor room. It would be much better if she sat in the family room with magazines and food." I said, "Finally, an appropriate job description." So that is just exactly what I did. And just when my trail mix was trailing off, my darling grandson Julius was born. And everything was perfect. Until 7 days later, I was forced to witness another bloody trauma, the circumcision. It was worse than anything I could have thought of. The boy howled at the top of his lungs. I had to reach out and rescue him, and he was just screaming. So I patted him, I kissed him, I whispered in his ear, "Don't worry, you're still hung like a 2-year-old. He looked up at me, I looked down at him. It was true love. And he stopped crying, and everyone gasped. He knew that his kindergarten tuition was guaranteed.